Welcome in. We are going to be making a ghost garland today. Uh, just a cute one, not a scary one. We're gonna make it one of the cute ones. The little ghosts that have the the flowers in their hair and the cute little pink cheeks and all of that. Yes, that is what we're doing. So let's get started. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. We're gonna be making a ghost. I'm trying to have everything here that you're gonna need. Now, I got these little dried flowers. Um, Now, when I bought them, um, I I thought they were gonna be bigger because it was like 100 of them or whatever, and then I got this little, but they came in handy tonight. So I am going to use these on some of the ghosts. They're gonna have flowers in different faces, and that's what these for. I'm going to use this is clothesline rope, um, and this is what we're gonna be making the ghosts out of. I saw this. It was a just a little garland with ghosts on it, but I saw it and I was like, I'm pretty sure I could make one on my own. So that's what we're going to attempt with this right now. So this is what we're making the ghosts out of. I'm using flowers to put, on the top of their heads. Now I bought this here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but what I was thinking of using was some of the leaves for when I put the flowers in their hair. And that's what this is for. But I'm not sure if I use it, probably just be like one or two per ghost. I am using the jute here for this is what we're going to put the ghost on. And I would say it's probably 2, 3. This one's only about 4 feet. We'll say 4 to 5 feet of the jute line, jute wire, whatever it is, string. And let me see. And then, okay, so I got some small scissors, detail scissors, because since they're going to be kind of small. I did get some um, tweezers to pick up and to glue things on with. Now, I have two different hole punches, okay? This is a smaller one. You can tell how small that one is. This is a regular size one. Now, I got these for the eyes and the mouth. Um, so that is what I'm hoping to use these for. Just use those. And then I just got, this is just craft glue, so that I can, this is just going to be used for the eyes and the mouth because it's just paper. And then, of course, I have scissors. Now, I would have preferred to use um, the, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Cardstock paper. But um, I, I left my cardstock at home. So this is what I am doing right now. I've got this. Um, and I'm just gonna, it'll be fine. I just like the cardstock. It'll be sturdier and it's a truer black, which is fine, but this is fine. It'll be okay. Um, Now let's see. All right. And then I have here, let me get this up. I'm going to be using my glue gun. Don't judge my glue gun. She's been around a while. I'm going to be using the glue gun. I'm only going to be using that for the ghost when I'm making the ghost with this so that I can glue the paper or the rope together. So this is what is going to happen. Hopefully. Uh, uh, yeah, let's do this. Um, I'm trying to get my, I can't follow the chat yet because I'm trying to get it up on my, there we go. All right. Yay, I did it. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to try and not burn myself um, with my glue gun. So this is what I got. So I'm thinking this is what we're going to do. We're going to like this. Okay. See that? So what is that? Maybe about 6 inches. And actually, I'm going to move my paper over here so I don't get any glue on it. And I'm going to move my board over so that I can, I don't want to get hot glue on my desk. As you can see, this has been well used. All right, so be careful. If you are lucky enough to have a pair of gloves for this, then yeah, use them. By gloves, I mean they do have some silicone gloves that are for crafters for hot glue. And I have my hot glue setting on, it's on low because this is the thing. Things like this, they're going to stick really easy. Okay. So, and I'm going to make this the back. So I don't really care too much if the back part is gluey. So you guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher and I like to do crafts. I'm a crafty gal. You guys, welcome in. I do have a goal set up at the top if you want to set an autumn leaf or if you would like to send a heart me and for a follow. I'm all tangled up for a follow and let me get this off. you know, that would be great. If not, that's cool too. Hang out with me. You know, crafting loves company. So that's what we're going to do here. All right, so now I'm going to take my next layer, and this is how we're making the ghost. It's just going to go around this one right here. Okay, and I'm just going to cut it down there. Put my paper out of the way so it doesn't get messed up. I am not an exact measurement kind of gal. Okay, so this is how we do. I'm a guesstimator, and this is what we're doing here. All right, so hot glue, and I'm going to do one side at a time with this. So since I do have the hot glue on a low setting, it does tend to dry quicker. So we're just going to barely get that on there, and then I'm going to press that in. Okay, so we can start seeing our little ghost starting to take shape. See? Yeah. And I love the cute ghosts. I also like the paintings. I've done a couple of paintings with the cute little ghosts. You know, I like them with bubble gum. Oh, that'd be cute. I wonder if I bet you know what? I bet you if you had pink beads, you could glue one to a ghost. And I probably have a pink bead somewhere. Like they're blowing bubble gum. Okay, so there. This is still the front. So you see our little ghost taking shape there. Okay, and I did not grab more glue sticks. I'm gonna have to grab some more. All right, so there we go. And we're gonna do. It looked to me about 3 layers of hot glue or of the rope. So see that? Now we're gonna get this. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. She said I can see the ghost. Yeah, it is starting to take shape. Like I said, I saw this on. Man, I saw it on something here, online, in person. Who knows? And I was just looking at it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could make something like that. I'm pretty sure. I think most crafters are a do-it-yourselfer kind of mentality. Like, I think I can do that. So we're gonna get that going. And actually, I'm excited because, you know, if I was a planner, I would have made one and worked out the kinks and whatever. But y'all get to watch it happen in real time, if it works or not. And there. Okay. Now, and this clothesline rope, this is the cotton. Do not get the synthetic kind. The synthetic kind, 1, is more expensive, and 2, it's going to unfray and unravel after you cut it. And we don't want that. Okay, and look, and these little edges here. So I think I want to make my ghost just a little, and make her just a little bigger. I want her a little bit wider. So let's add some more hot glue to this side. And now I've got the jute twine. I don't know why I keep saying wine. And then I'm just gonna hot glue it on there. I use hot glue for a lot of things. I've hot glued electrical socket panels back into place because I couldn't find the screws to go with it. So yeah, if you have a hot glue gun, you can do anything just about. And that also includes burning off your fingerprints. So this is what is going on right now. We are making a ghost. You guys, welcome in. We're making a ghost, and we're going to put this on some jute twine, and we're going to start decorating the ghost here in just a minute. I'm going to finish this little bit right here, and I think this will be my last. Now, obviously, if you wanted your ghost a little plumper, put another row. Okay, but there we go. Our first ghost. So there we go. All right, now I'm happy with that. So this is where it's going to get tricky. Okay, this is where it's going to get tricky because I didn't quite figure out the logistics of everything else. So here we go. I've got 2 different sizes of hole punches. Okay, I don't know if you can tell the difference. This one's a little bit wider. This one's thinner. So I'm going to use this for the mouth I don't know. I might use the bigger one for the mouth and the eyes. We'll see. We're gonna see what's happening here. First, let me empty it, and then go through. Now this is the thinner one. All right. Oh, these are really tiny. Where am I? This is why I got tweezers. All right, let's do this. We're gonna hole punch quite a few. We'll do it on this yellow paper so it's easier to see. And then let's open it. All right, there. Now you see how tiny these little eyes are? And that is why I have tweezers. Yeah. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I'm a pre-K teacher and a crafter, and I love doing things, crafting. If I see something in stores, I will try and find a way to make it on my own, because maybe that makes me a cheapskate. I don't know, but that's how I roll. I put a little bit of glue, put the eye on there, and this is just Elmer's Craft Bond glue. But I think, man, I just didn't want to use my whatchamacallit, geez, tweezers. And I did have some craft tweezers, but you know, I lost them and I ordered some new ones. So you know, I'll probably find the ones that are lost as soon as the new ones get here. But I needed some. So this is, we're just gonna use these little eyes on our little ghost. All right, and then this is a bigger hole punch. And this is what we're gonna make. The mouth with. Oh, see, and I forgot to empty the other paper in there. All right, so let's use the tweezers. You know, there's one thing, I love making these cute little ghosts. If you weren't in here earlier, I said, which I may pause for a moment and grab a bead, but if you've seen the pictures of the ghosts blowing bubble gum, I think if you had a little pink bead and put it right there, that would be super, super cute. Also, I'm like, how do I want, because I want them to have different faces. We'll just go with this one for right now. Okay, there. All right, and then I have these little flowers. I accidentally ordered these little flowers from, I ordered them online, and it said 100, okay? And I was like, ooh, 100 dry flowers. And at the time when I ordered them, I thought they were gonna be bigger. So I was like, okay. And then I paid $10 for this. Yeah, $10. And then when I got it in the mail, that was not what I thought I had ordered. It was definitely not what I thought I had ordered. So, oh, there they all come out. You see how super tiny they are. So we're gonna put that. I'm just gonna grab one. I mean, tweezers. I'm having to pick these things up with tweezers. Yeah. So if you see an advertisement for, you know, flowers, and it says, you know, it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Don't fall for it. Take my advice. Don't fall for it. You know, granted, I use, you know, and it's kind of like, well, lesson learned. Don't always believe everything that you see. Like, oh, that's a great deal. 100 dried flowers for $10. That's wonderful. I got all these little pieces stuck to me. Yeah, that was not the deal. That was not the deal. Okay, so this is our first little ghost. And oh, I know. Gosh darn it. Look, this is my glitter. Okay, and glitter is the herpes of the craft world. And you know this. You know, we're getting into the glitter season, which is Christmas. But I think I may have to go grab it. I'm going to see how these look. I may have to grab a pink piece of paper because I wanted to do cheeks, the little pink cheeks. But look, let's see. I don't like the way that looks. All right, I am going to grab. I gotta grab the. I need more glue sticks, and I need a pink piece of paper for cheeks. There is always something. Oh, and I was gonna look for a glue stick, and I was gonna look for a. Let's see if I had a bead. Some beads. I know I have beads, but I love the pictures of the ghosts where they are blowing bubbles and their cute little eyes are shut. I love those. Bingo! All right, found my beads. Got my glue stick. All right, now we're busy. All right, see, look, I knew I had beads. I just want to show you how cute this is gonna look with a bead for the bubble gum. Look, you can put it on there like that, or you know. I think if you put it sideways, you don't see the hole. But you know, someone will. It's okay. We'll figure it out. That's the beauty of art and crafts. Is it is all about problem solving, and that's why it's great for kids. Crafts are great for kids. Look at that, and knock the flowers off. I may have to use some hot glue. Try not to use hot glue on little stuff because I don't like the strings that it leaves. But I'm gonna have to because I don't think it's gonna stick otherwise. Yeah. We'll put this yellow one on there. Right, and pink paper, and we'll do a cup. Let me empty. And there we go. All right, now I think the paper will be okay with the glue. let's put that on there. You know, and if it doesn't work, this is because I just, man, this is gonna make me do it. Hot glue gun on little things. Now this is the thing, is I have a smaller glue gun, but I ran out of glue sticks for that one. Because, you know, it takes a small, it's got the nice pointed tip on it, which would have been perfect for this, but, you know, we do what we can. So there. The scissors actually will prevent me from burning off my fingerprints. Yay! All right, see? There, I mean, once you have everything, it's kind of, it's okay. I think I'm going to add another little flower in there out of my hoard of flowers. You know, there might have even been 500 in here. I don't know. All I know is $10 was way too much to pay for that little bag of flowers. That's all I got to say. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I'm a pre-K teacher, and I craft. My goal is to get on here every night and craft, okay? And do this. All right. So there we go. Now, see, I still kind of feel like, I think even maybe a little bit shorter. I don't know, but this is our first ghost. We can make all the ghosts look different, okay? I think, just so I can kind of see what it looks like, I'm going to use, and this stuff was, like, I think I ordered this on, oh man, I'm not sure where I ordered this on, but it's come in handy so many different times for, not just for crafts, but also, we did a fairy tale week, and I I let my kids, when we brought out the play castles and stuff, I let my class, I gave them a roll of that so that they could put it on the castles as vines, and the kids absolutely freaking loved it. So yeah, if you have kids and you give, like, they have castles and whatever, they just cut this into strips, give different lengths, and they will have so much fun with it. All right, so there's our first ghost. Now here is my jute twine, and so you figure one little loop right here, because, you know, to hang it up with. And I didn't make it very long because where I'm going to put it at is just going to be over a doorway. So I didn't want it to be very long. So this might take just maybe four or five goes. We'll see. We'll see. So I got my little, you know, so I can hang it. And I'm going to put this ghost right there. And we're just going to glue it down. There. Let me use the back of my tweezers here. It's a pair of tweezers that I had bought that I didn't like the way they, you know, I probably have 6 or 7 tweezers around this house because, well, you know, you lose them, you buy another pair, and then you find them, because that's how life works. All right, so here we go. So this is what it's going to look like, and then we're gonna, you know, another one here. So let's get busy making our ghosts. And I'm super excited because that was a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. Sometimes when I do things, it turns into a disaster because, you know, like I said before, I don't plan. I just like, okay, that's just what I'm doing. That's what we're doing, and that's how it turned out. So let's make our second ghost. I think I'm going to go on this ghost. I may go a little shorter, you know, a short little ghost. And that's what because, you know, you can make them all, another thing, you can make them any way you want. And I think on this one, we're going to try using the beads as, for bubblegum, and maybe try and do her eyes closed. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. So let's get that center done, and then we'll cut it. I teach pre-K, and I've taught kids for 35 years. I have worked with kids in all manner of the workings, and I have worked with kids and infants. I have been a nanny. I have worked in childcare, all ages in childcare, and I worked with special needs kids. In public schools, I worked in private school settings, and I have worked with foster kids. I worked in a boys group home, and that was for ages 6 to 12, and that job almost did me in because you know, I'm a pretty positive person, and I truly do love working with kids, and it was just a hard job because the boys that we worked with they were very, you know, I hate saying the word damage, but they had a lot, you know, they had been through a lot of abuse and trauma, and that was, you know, that was why they were where they were at. So it was not, I went in with the intentions of, you know, I want to make a difference and I want to do this for these kids, and it was a lot harder than I had anticipated because, you know, they were angry and they just did not want to be helped. So I just, because they were just angry and they were young. They, in the year and a half that I worked with them, I only saw one boy get adopted because the rest, they would attack. I mean, they would attack adults. Like I said, they were angry at the world, where they were at. They still loved their parents, mom, whomever, but, that was, for them, most of them, that was the reason why they were in foster care. So it was just it was hard on me, on my soul. When I got done working there, I just wasn't sure if I was going to work with kids ever again, because it was just hard. It was just hard. But I do enjoy working with kids. I am teaching pre-K right now in a small pre-K program in a Mother's Day Out, and I love it. I absolutely love pre-K. They are, I guess just, oh, okay, we got it off. Pre-K kids, just, they're just great, okay? Because one, they're pretty sure they know how the world works. I mean, that's how positive they are. They are so positive that they know how things work. That when you correct them, they're like, no, because that's how positive they are about life and their place in it. And I love that. Just when I think like, oh my goodness, I'm getting too old for this. They say or do something that just, warms my heart. They are very, very loving, and they're still, they're still positive about school, and everything is interesting and magic, and they still know things, but they don't know things. We had a fire truck. This is fire safety week in our class, because it's fire safety month, and so we had a fire truck come to our school today, and what was funny is some of the kids, not some of the younger kids, were a little scared. They were intimidated by the fire truck. See, that's just gonna be the cutest little ghost ever. And then here's the bead. Okay, we're gonna put that bead on there for the bubble gum. I'm gonna, like, this is the thing. I am going to ignore the holes in the beads, okay? Because that is usually something that would bother me, where I'm like, I gotta fill it up, I gotta make, but I'm like, no, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that, Michelle. We're gonna let that go. And I'm gonna use these small scissors. Oh, okay. Let's make it real hard. I'm going to, man, I just don't know if I can, look, this is what I was wanting. I was wanting their eyes to be closed, like little, smiley faces, lids for eyes, but I'm like, I'm not sure I can cut something that small. We'll try. Let's try it on this. Don't know unless you try. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to cut out little closed lids for our little ghost here, because she is enjoying her bubble gum immensely. Okay? That's the story. She is just enjoying blowing her bubble gum. And ooh, let's see. I don't know. I think I'm trying not to make them look evil, but I feel like they're just going to end up looking like evil eyes. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe not so. Maybe not too much. Let's see. I got to see how the other one looks on there. Let's put them on there and check it out. And so this is why, like I said, I'm using construction paper, but I left my black cardstock at school. And that's not too bad. You know what? I'm going to try holding these and cutting them. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit. There. All right, let's try. You know what? I don't want to. Indecision. We're just gonna go with that. No, we're not. Man, ugh. This is the worst. When you get an idea in your head and you are creating something, it is hard to get another idea in your head and be like, well, that's okay. That idea is just fine the way it is. And that's the hard part. Because I've been a professional artist, and I say been because about 2 years ago I stopped doing commission paintings and doing work for other people, because I just did not want to paint. I want to paint what I want to paint, but I got burnt out, and I didn't pick up a brush for over a year, and then I just started painting again. That didn't work at all. That's awful. That was just awful. Let's try again. And I didn't, but you know what I could do? Look, maybe I could just cut along that line that's from the holes that I cut out to create the eyes. Did I do it? Okay, I think that worked. See, problem solving. Problem solving. All right, so I'm gonna pick this up with these tweezers, and we're just gonna run it. I took my glue gun. I took it somewhere to go do some crafting with a friend, and she told me, she's like, "Why don't you just get a new glue gun?" I was like, "There's nothing wrong with this one. She is just fine. She has served me well for about 15 years." So see, all right, see, that worked. Problem solving skills, people. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Is I am just cutting along from the hole punch that I made in the black paper. Yeah, and calling that an eye. I might not do these eyes like this on too many of them because these are kind of a pain in the bootay. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. We're going to put some glue on it. Is it exactly what I wanted? It is not, but it's okay. All right. All right, and then she's going to need some little pink cheeks. And we haven't forgotten the flowers in her hair. Okay. Yeah. She's got little pink cheeks to blow her bubble gum with. Yeah. She's got little pink cheeks to blow her bubble gum with. There we go. All right. There. See? Oh, she is adorable. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, we gotta put flowers in her hair. Let's do that. All right, we're gonna do, I'm gonna put the leaf down first on this one. And I mean, if you just wanted to do it out of paper, that's cool too. But really, if you got it, you might as well flaunt it. So that's what I'm gonna do here with these leaves. I'm gonna cut them off. I'm gonna glue them on. And actually, I'm gonna cut this one in half because I'm gonna put this right in the middle of her head like a, going across there. Tweezers, tweezers. There they are. All right. And then this one. There we go. Just trying to brush it. I'm trying not to squeeze too much glue out. But, you know, get some on there. We're going to put that right there. Now I'm going to dump out some more flowers. These very expensive flowers that I will not be ordering again because that was ridiculous. $10 for a bag of flowers. Don't do it, people. Don't do it. Yeah. I mean, seriously, $10. There we go. Oh, it's a little low on her forehead, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so now let's put her on our thing. And let's see, unit of measurement. Right about there. That'll do it. That looks, what, about 6 inches? Yeah, about 6 inches. See, it's going to be stinking adorable, okay? I love the cutesy ghosts. I also like, okay, so I love horror movies. It is not, they are, I do adore them. I do. I'm trying not to touch it because, you know, that's what I want to do is touch it and push it down. But that's okay. I'm not gonna, not while it's piping hot. Okay. I might put a little bit more on there just to kind of make sure that it stays. I might do that on this one too. All right, and then we're gonna keep making ghosts. Look, those are gonna be so stinking cute. I'm hanging them. I was gonna have, like I said, I'm hanging them above a doorway. So I am super excited for to hang them. Yeah, I made a glow in the dark. Whatchamacallit, spider's web. I used the same rope and then I painted it with glow in the dark paint. I know they do sell glow in the dark yarn and whatnot, but ooh, I want to do this one a little. I'm gonna do a little bit. You know, they're all gonna be different sizes. But like I said, I happen to have this and I have the glow in the dark paint. So that's what we did. I just made a web with this and then painted it with a glow-in-the-dark paint. And I used you know, they're at Dollar Tree. They're those, they look like bicycle spokes that, for making wreaths. I used one of those, and I glued this rope to it, and then painted it. And then I used a spider that I got at the Dollar Tree to put on it. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, I'm trying to get all some of this glue off. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher by day, and I'm a TikTok street walker at night. And I will be doing crafts. Most of my crafts will be adult crafts, but sometimes, you know, kid crafts are fun. And I do know a lot of things to do, you know, with kids. Crafts for fun, crafts for learning. You know, I've worked with kids and done stuff for 35 years. So it is, and I want to share, you know, my knowledge with everyone. You know, I used to homeschool my kids. I homeschooled my kids for about 3 years until financially I had to go back to work. You know, so I've done that. And the curriculum we did was, we did a theme-based curriculum, which means we just, I would do a theme, and then like everything we did was based around it, which is how I do my curriculum in my class. Theme-based. You know, if you make your own curriculum, if you homeschool, I am 100% behind, you know, if you pick a theme for your learning. And sometimes if the kids really enjoy it, you can, you know, keep that going for, you know, like when we did, my kids loved, whatchamacallit, Egypt. And we ended up studying Egypt for like I think it was like 3 weeks because they really enjoyed it. And, you know, so that's one of the things I miss about homeschooling is that you can definitely do that. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I'm a pre-K teacher. If you guys want to come in and share the live, I would really appreciate that. Throw in a couple of comments in there. Tell me what you think. Do you have a favorite Halloween craft that you like to make? You know, everyone has a favorite something that they like. You know, do you do horror? Like, you know, the hardcore, the Michael Myers, stuff like that. You know, or do you like to keep it cutesy? Do you just do fall festival? What are you guys dressing up as for Halloween? Do you make your own costumes? Do you buy it? You know, do you do a theme with you and your kids? Whomever you, you know, take trick-or-treating, all of that. There is, let's see, where are my scissors? Here we go. All right. So I think I'm going to do one more on this one because I like the way the four layers looks on the ghost. And we're just going to keep going with that. Let me get my glue. And reload. You know what? I absolutely hate flies. I was trying to get this fly earlier. Ugh, it's glue strings. I couldn't get him. So I was like, you know what? All right. And like you get to live for another hour, maybe. But yeah, I live in Oklahoma, and there are a ton of flies here in Oklahoma. I don't know why. I don't know why. They seem, and they last, sometimes it seems like clear till December. It is a little ridiculous. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I'm a pre-K teacher. You guys want to help me tapping, commenting, and sharing. Those are the secret ingredients that help your live host out. Helps me get pushed out to the FYP so that other people can come in and join. So yeah, I do appreciate that. Sharing it with your friends would be another, and they don't even have to come in. What it does is it just basically tells the algorithm that there is something going on in this room because, you know, they're telling their friends about it and they want their friends to come in. And so it pushes it out to the FYP. That's how that works. It just, we like to just catch the attention of the algorithm and what it's doing. So let's get this cut right there. There. Oh, see? Now, I feel like this ghost is maybe, I think we're going to go with some bigger eyes on this one. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. I might go for a more oval shaped. Or, let's do this. Let's do this. You know, it's so funny. Different shapes convey different emotions. Let's cut the tops off. Maybe she's a little pissed. Okay? She's a pissed off ghost. And this is what's great about it. So you can put the eyes like this, and they are, if they're like this, she just looks like she's uninterested, right? But if you tilt them a little bit, she looks like she's about to possess somebody. And then if you turn them to the side, totally different. She doesn't look so sure of herself. So that's, the simplicity of shapes and the position of them. Those are, even this one out a little bit. But I think I want this one to be a little mad. She's mad. So let's make her mad. Let's give her mad eyes. Okay. There are going to be a lot of, well, I don't know what would be making her mad. All right, so here we go. I was trying to get all the strings off of everything. Okay. And that was the reason why I had tried to not use the hot glue gun on the little pieces. Because I really, that's like the one thing I truly hate about the hot glue is the eyes, the strings. All right, there we go. See? She's mad. That is one mad ghost. And then I think I'm going to give her an oval shaped mouth. Or you know what? Let's do this. Let's give her let's do a little slash, like a long triangle. Let's see how that one looks. Let's see. Let's see if we move it a different way. And move it maybe that way. Yeah, there we go. Off to the side a little bit. Okay. There we go. Maybe she's irritated with the gum blowing one, because maybe she was smacking her gum and it was irritating. I can't stand that. Cannot stand it when people smack their gum. That drives me crazy. Let's get some flowers in her hair. You guys, welcome in. You guys come in if you're out there watching. Come in. I would appreciate the comments, likes, sharing it out to your friends. Sharing is caring. If you would like to help me with my goal that I have up there, I have a goal of, I believe it's the Autumn Hearts. If you'd like to help me with that, I would love that. But you don't have to. Tapping, commenting, and sharing sends it out to the FYP and brings more people in. Which is, look, I think we're going to give her some cheeks. Let's see what those cheeks look like on her. Yeah. I think I'm going to soften this corner up a little bit so it's not so, there we go, see? So harsh. There. There we go. Oh, I hear that flying. He's making me crazy. I think I'm going to do one more flower down there. Let's do an orange one. All right, now let's put this one on our twine, okay? Dun, dun. Look, you see how adorable that's going to be? Yes, yes. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get maybe about 7. And I like to do it odd because, when you hang it up, if you have an odd number, it helps you center it. So, I've got about 4 more to make. There. We're going to let that cool down for a little bit. Oh, and let me reposition my tapper. Why is it not working? There we go. Alright, so I think this is cool down. I can press it down a little bit now. Alright. So you see how it's coming along? We've got our ghosts. We're making them out of rope. Probably do 3 to 4 more. We'll see. I may run out of rope before I run out of anything, which is fine because I've had, I bought this rope at Dollar Tree at Walmart, but it was less than $2 even at Walmart. And so yeah, and I've had it for several years, just sitting there waiting for me to figure out what I was going to do with it. So here I'm going to, let's get glue on this. You guys, if you were just joining, we are making a ghost garland decoration, the cutesy kind of ghost, and ooh, and we're using rope. This is clothesline rope, the cotton kind, not synthetic kind, because if you use a synthetic kind, it will fray and it won't be good. That didn't do too well. And I am using, this is the cotton clothesline rope. Dollar Tree carries it, Walmart, and even at Walmart, it's still under $2. Use your cheap, your cheap. If you find clothesline cheap on sale, clearance, something, feed store, wherever, just buy it. Sometimes I like to find some of my craft items at a thrift store. Thrift stores are wonderful for craft items, and hardware stores also. Yeah, don't when you go to the craft stores, actual craft stores, they're going to charge you a lot more for the same thing that you could get cheaper at a hardware store. And if you find a good deal online, then yeah, definitely use that. But if you guys come in, if you would like to like the show, tap, comment, share. Tapping is liking, if you don't know, and that helps it get sent out to the to the feed, so that it will bring other people in. Sharing it, even if the people don't come in, what it does is it tells the algorithm that there's something going on in here that other people may find interesting, and so the algorithm will send it out to more people for more viewers, and I would appreciate that. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher, and we are making a ghost garland. There. All right, now let's cut this one off. All right, I may make this one just a tall, skinny little ghost. How about that? That's what we'll do with this one. Tall, skinny ghost. And, one of these days I'm going to remember to buy, they have gloves, well, really they go over your fingertips when you're working with hot glue so that you don't, take off your first layer of skin. But I never think about it until I'm actually using my hot glue. And then, of course, that's when I really think about it. Hi guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. Good morning, or good evening, wherever you may be. We are making a ghost garland. My name is Michelle. I'm a pre-K teacher. If you guys would like to share it out, I would appreciate that. I do have a goal up top. Ouch. Yeah, see? I have a goal up top, Autumn Hearts, if you'd like to help me with that. And just liking the live helps me out a lot too. If you guys could do that for me, I would appreciate it. That's just tapping the screen. And then, sharing is caring. That just lets the FYF know that I'm here. I'm going to make this little ghost here. I think we're going to make her she's going to be a tall, skinny one. And we're just going to leave her like this. And I think she's going to be blowing bubblegum, but maybe she has grape bubblegum. I'm just using beads for the bubblegum. There we go. All right, so we're going to put there. She's got grape with bubblegum. All right, and then she's going to have 2 very little black eyes. I used a hole punch for these, and I have a hole punch in 2 different sizes. And I was using the craft glue. It just wasn't working right. So, hot glue it is. Hot glue always works. Hot glue, hot glue. So yeah, I was trying to not scald myself, but that wasn't going to happen. So here we go. Oh, Lordy. Oh, that's tiny. Goodness. Goodness. Oh, I'm sure there's an easier way. I don't know of it yet, though, but... Oh, I put that down. Let's get that on there. Gosh dang it, it glued onto the tweezers. Nerves. Nerves. I'm telling you, these little eyes, I mean, they look cute, but they are a pain in the ass. Pain. All right, let's pick it up. Let's glue it. And let's get it on there. Whew, that took longer than it should have. Okay, there. I need 2 pink cheeks for my lady here. I'm going to tell you, my hot glue brand of choice is the Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks. I think you could glue a car together with those things. And yeah, I 100% believe. Like I've used a lot of hot glue, and those things they will join anything together. So yeah, this is, gosh, just picking up everything with these little tweezers. Let's get it on there quick. Now the thing is if you're using it on a low setting, which is what mine is on, it dries fairly quick. Like you've only got a little bit of time. If you have it on the high setting, it takes longer to dry. You know, and there wouldn't be that rush. But when it's on the low heat, I've got flowers and everything glued to this thing. I think we're just going to give her 1 flower. See? I think just 1 little flower. Just blowing her gum. I really like them blowing gum, okay? I really do. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of them blowing gum. So, here we go. I got this one. She's really pissed. That one is really, really mad. There. I really like the ones blowing gum, so I think I'm going to have to make some. I was thinking I'll just do a couple, but I really like how the beads look on there for bubble gum. So yeah, we're gonna do at least 1 more with a bead for bubble gum. There we go. I'm going to use the end of this to kind of press it down. And then just to hold it down. Okay, we're going to let that one dry and continue making ghosts. All right, I mean, I'll be honest. So I made a spider web using this rope, okay? And I believe it had 50 feet on that came on it, and I've almost used all of it. So you know, but I've gotten 2 pretty large projects use out of it. So like I said, when you're crafting, you know, you don't need expensive supplies. You really don't. Reusing, you know, sweaters and socks to make pumpkins. Oh, jeez. Gosh dang it. Okay. Hot. That, you would think this was the first one I just made, you know, not instead of the 5th one, that I would know what I'm doing right now, but I do not know what I'm doing. This is, yeah, whew, that was hot. Yeah, I gotta get smaller glue sticks. I have another glue gun, and it would have been perfect for this, but yeah, because it's got a better nozzle. The nozzle is more pointed, but you know, we make do. And I never think about getting the small glue sticks because until I'm ready to hot glue something. Then I'm like, yeah, I could have used the small ones for that. You guys, welcome in. Hi guys, my name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher, and we are being crafty. I enjoy unwinding and with some creativity in the evenings. And my goal is to be live in the evenings doing different crafts. Some crafts for adults, most will be for adults. And then some might be for kids, because I am a pre-K teacher, so I got a lot of kid crafts up in my noodle. I feel like, especially for homeschool parents, you know, to help out, because I homeschooled my boys for about 4 years until I had to go back to work, but I enjoyed it, and I love the freedom that gives you in teaching your kids. And this is the thing with crafting with your kids. It teaches them problem solving, okay? And crafting, by letting them, you know, figure things out on their own, how they're going to make something, what they're going to do with something, you know, all of those things. It helps their problem solving skills, math skills, engineering skills, lots of STEM. And, you know, even as adults, I mean, you know, we figure things out. And with a lot of schools cut art and art programs. They get cut a lot, and which is a shame because it helps with so many different things that kids need, skills that they're going to need, and even skills that they're going to need to do their work. So I will always recommend doing a craft for kids, and letting them, open-ended art. So let's just get this last little bit on here. I think I'm going to do, I've been using three to four, depending on how wide you want your ghost to be. Okay. And I've been making all the ghosts different sizes, different widths, so it doesn't matter. I mean, you could even go 5 if you wanted a nice plump little ghost. Yeah, you could go 5 definitely. But and I may do that on one. I don't know, but I feel like for the last 4, there's only been one that I think I've done 4 layers on, because 3 seems to do it. 3 seems to do it. But I think I'm going to go 4 on this one. Just because I can. Because I can. Yeah. We're going to go another extra layer. There we go. So if you guys are on the outside watching, come in. If you would like to, a couple of comments. Hello, where you're from. Do you like Halloween? Are you a fall girl? Are you a fall boy? Do we like fall? Are you like mad that fall started because you love summer? I feel like, some people get so mad when summer is over. I could not wait. I live in Oklahoma, and I am waiting to wear sweaters. I tried wearing a cardigan to work yesterday, and it was 86 degrees. Yeah, I was hot. I'm trying to entice the fall weather to come in by wearing sweaters. Yeah, I am all about let's wear sweaters, let's make soup in the crock pot, and being cozy. Yeah, I love it. And plus, I love all of the fall festivals in the fall, and these are my times. There's actually one in Oklahoma City that is my absolute favorite one. It is called Pumpkinville, and they have a different theme every year. Okay, well, that means pumpkin, but this year's theme was the Museum of Pumpkinville, and not only do they create all of these like a museum. I mean, they had paintings, like famous paintings like Vincent Van Gogh's Starry Night with pumpkins in it, and things like that. But they also had things that they made out of pumpkins, such as a Tyrannosaurus. It was huge, maybe a 20 by 12, like billboard size, but it was great. So just basically all the things you would find in a museum, and that was their theme, and it was wonderful. I look forward to this one every year because they change it, and it is just such a great one. It's a great family thing, but it's also I love themes. I love the imagination that goes behind it. I think we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one a big, since we're not doing scary. I think I'm gonna do like a big, like they're laughing. So we're gonna make like a big U mouth, and yeah, I need to go in a little bit. Well, that didn't work so well. Oh, maybe it did. Let's see. There we go. All right, that'll work. And like I said, I would normally use cardstock. I would use cardstock. It's just thicker. The color stays better. All of the things. This is just one happy little ghost. That's what she is. We're going to give her little pink cheeks and some flowers and one more ghost down and a few more left to go. I need my cheeks. And these are just regular hole punches. Let's use, there we go. Okay. This board, biscuits, I dropped it. Okay. This board is such a hot glue mess. You know what I should do? I need to bring in my silicone mat for making macarons. Or macarons, however you want to say it. I think that would be a lot easier to clean because this board, I don't know if you can see, it's had it. But I think if I used my silicone sheet, it would be a lot easier to clean up. And, you know, why am I trying to make my life harder? I don't know. Oh, let's... There we go. There. All right. I'm going to put, like I said, I was using this for the leaves. And this is just, it's almost like ribbon, but it's almost like paper. Oh, you know, it's got a weird texture to it. I don't know. I ordered it and I've used it so many different ways on so many different crafts. It's a little ridiculous. So I thought, why not? Because the one I had, this was actually inspiration for this was something I had seen online. And because I am a do-it-yourselfer, I was like, you know what? I can make that. I can make that. So here we are, making it. And there we go. And I've been warning everyone, I ordered these dried flowers here. I saw, and it said dried flowers, 100 dried flowers for $10. I was like, ooh, that's a bargain. Yeah, this is why it was a bargain, okay? If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. I lost that one. Yeah, don't believe it. They lie. I mean, they didn't lie. It was 100 dried flowers. I mean, I'm assuming it's 100. I did not count. But, yeah. Not what I had in mind when I bought 100 dried flowers, but that's okay. So here we are. I've got dried flowers sticking to my glue gun. There. Looks like she's got little horns coming out. That's okay. We're gonna make you a pretty girl. Don't you worry. I'm gonna give her one small one up there to kind of offset the little leaf that I glued there. But when I say these flowers are so tiny, I mean, look at that. That is a super small flower. Okay. Put some hot glue on it. And there. All right, so there we go. There's our next little ghost. So let's get our little garland of ghosties that we've got going on here. All their different little faces. And now, if you are a more precise person, yeah, measure your spaces. I am a guesstimator, and I am guesstimating 6 inches. I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm just like, that looks good right there. So we're gonna put some glue on this one right here. And glue that on. I'll let it cool for a little bit before I touch it because I am learning my lesson. And I'm just going to try and just smear that fly. Oh, I don't know about you. I hate flies. Absolutely hate. And this is because I love spiders. I love spiders. I don't like to kill them. But flies, I am a homicidal maniac when it comes to flies. They are not my friends. You know, just be like a spider. Just land somewhere and be quiet and quit buzzing around me like I am a giant turd. And we'll be fine. So here we go. So this is what we got so far. Our ghosts. I'm using beads, some dried flowers. We got our jute twine. And I probably got 2 more left to go. 1, 2. Yeah, maybe 3. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how much rope I have left. But it's going to happen. That's what I'm using for the ghosts. I am just using... it's just a laundry clothesline is what it is. And so here we go. We're going to make our next ghost. All right. Now, I have this here because I don't want to get it. Actually, I have a black tablecloth. I don't know why on my desk here. And that's why I've got this board here to try and minimize the mess that I inevitably make anytime I make something. I also end up making 2 things when I'm making and a mess. So there we go. All right. All right, now let's cut those. You guys, if you guys want to come in, help me tap it out, I would appreciate that. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher. If you would come in, tap, comment, and definitely share. Sharing is caring. There we go. Let me move. I'm trying to adjust my tapper here. Okay, there we go. All right. So I got that cut off. Let's add some more layers. Now I don't have to work tomorrow. We are on fall break. I'm a pre-K teacher, and normally I'd be like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early, but not tonight, because I thought, I was like, maybe I'll just make a few goes and then go to bed. But I'm okay. I'm feeling. I had a little nap, so I'm feeling a little energetic. And I had a matcha tea, so you know, I'm okay. Let's just get this pushed in. Trying not to burn myself. There we go. There. And we'll cut. So, you know, I've been doing a lot of research on, just, you know, Halloween customs, and I love, like, origins, like why we start doing things, customs, traditions, and Halloween and everything. And, you know, Halloween, actually, the whole Halloween as a community event, got big in the 1920s, early 1900s, because apparently their tricks and their pranks at Halloween were out of hand. So they decided, they being the powers that be at the time, figured, let's make it a community event. Let's, you know, have parties and all that stuff. And so to curb and rein in the pranks. So it started becoming a community event. And kids and stuff. Now, it used to be fruits and nuts were what people would pass out to trick-or-treaters. Candy did not get popular till the 1950s. That's when they started giving out candy. So, and I just imagine that maybe more to the, you know, the 1950s, they were more affluent for some. But they were definitely, times were changing. And, yeah, so they started giving out candy in the 1950s. Fruits and nuts are bad, but I mean, it's also like when you think about, I remember when I was a kid, we used to get nuts and oranges in our stockings at Christmas. I mean, we would get like other little stuff, but mainly we got nuts and oranges and those little storybook things of lifesavers, which I always look forward to. Butter rum was always my favorite. Do they even make butter rum lifesavers? I'm going to assume they do. Man, I haven't had a butter rum lifesaver in years and years and years. So I'm gonna have to check that out and see. Surely they do. There's a place here in Oklahoma. It's on the historic Route 66. It's called Pops, and they sell like nostalgic candies and things that you can't really find anywhere else. So they like they have the wax lips. I don't know if anyone the wax lip. I mean, they were just getting it in my trick or treat bag. I absolutely loved it. It was not a candy. They were just exactly what it says. They were wax lips, and you wore them, and they were fun. It was just a, one of the things, those and the vampire teeth. I always wanted to get the vampire teeth. I always look forward to those, in my trick-or-treat bag. So yeah, it was, but the wax lips, and they were back in the, I believe it was back in, also the 1900s, is when they were started. But they've always been around. They've never left. They've just are less and less popular. But trick-or-treating actually came around from the medieval times from a practice called souling, S-O-U-L-I-N-G. And what they did in souling is they, I think we're going to do a bubble gum on this one, is they, let me see, I did grape, let's get a dark pink one, is they, people would go in medieval times, they would go to people's houses, and they would knock on the door, and they would ask them if they had anyone that they wanted them to pray for. And so in exchange for their prayers for this person, they would ask for food. So they would get, so there you go, trick-or-treating. And it was very, very innocent, I guess. I mean, that's kind of, I think it's a little weird. I'd feel a little weird, someone come and knock on my door like, hey, we'll pray for someone that you've lost, but we need food, you know, but, you know, I don't know, I guess, you know, a tit for tat kind of thing. That'll work. All right, we're going to get some, I need more pink for the cheeks. Ooh, I'm getting excited. I'm kind of knowing what I'm doing now. Let's get some pink for the cheeks. There we go. Tweezers. You know, you start, as you do this more, anytime you do anything in repetition, you start getting good at it. Then it gets a lot easier and a lot faster. And that's where I'm at right now. But I'm also ready to be done with it. There. Oh, I really do love these little ghosts that are blowing bubbles. They're so adorable. We're gonna give her some flowers up top. Look, we're gonna give her some side flowers. Okay, there we go. And let's put her on the string. Okay. So cute. Oh man. Sometimes I have really great ideas. Sometimes. And that idea of using the beads for bubbles is not too shabby. Not too shabby. I can dig that. Let me fix my tapper again. What is she doing? Oh, she's hot. She's hot. Let me turn it down a little bit. Nope. Oh, come on, boo-boo. There we go. All right. There we go. I was also trying to give the glue some time to dry before I inevitably touched it. Yeah. There. Put another little on top, and we'll let that one dry. And I think we got room for 2 more ghosts. We are almost done. Almost done. You guys, welcome. If you're on the outside looking in, come in. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher, and we are getting our Crafty on. And come help me tap it out. Tapping, commenting, sharing, always sharing. And the thing is they don't even, the people you share it with, it doesn't even have to, they don't even have to come in. It just lets the algorithm know that I'm here. That's what it does. You know, and this is only on this account. This is only my second live. So, you know, the algorithm doesn't know I'm here. I kind of feel like a Who down in Whoville. You know, with Horton. Horton Hears a Who. When he was trying to tell the kangaroo that, yes, there was someone there, and she wouldn't listen. She was going to boil that fuzz and beetle nut stew. Yeah, that's how it is when you're starting a new live. It's just trying to get the algorithm to know that you're there, you know? So yeah, sharing it out, definitely. I also do, I always forget, I do have a goal up there of it's the autumn hearts. If anyone would like to help me with those, leave the autumn hearts. They're a penny a piece. If you'd like to help me with those, I'd appreciate that. Following, I'm going to try and make this a nightly thing. I know everyone says, you know, you got to be consistent. So, but my lives, it kind of just depends on the length and really the craft and what I'm doing. Some lives maybe just be 30, 45 minutes long. Some may be longer. This one, I've been going about an hour and a half right now. So, but my original plan was to not go for this long. I was like, I'll just get on, make a couple of goes. But as with any crafter knows, once you get started, it gets fun and you get into that groove. You kind of just want to keep going, which is where I'm at. And I just want to finish. After this ghost, I've only got 1 more left to make. And then I feel like my garland will be done. And then I can hang it up and I'll take a picture and we'll post it. And there you go. That's how that works. I've got I've got all these little flowers that are stuck to my glue gun. So let's get all this done. There we go. There we go. Now I kind of like, I don't know. I like the bigger ghosts. I just like them all. I just think these ghosts are just stinking cute, and I'm really enjoying making them. They're very easy, and I'm going to tell you the inspiration was something I had seen in a store, Halloween decoration, and I was like, I think I can make that. I was like, I'm pretty sure I can make something like that without having to buy. This is all stuff I have. I have a craft room, and I could probably craft an aircraft carrier in here, because that's a lot of crap. I got a lot of crap. It's a craft room and a crap room, because if you're a crafter, you know the deal. You always have supplies, random supplies. You save things that you don't know what you're going to do with them, but you know that someday they will be useful. And that feeling when you finally get to use that something, that's a great feeling. Yeah, it is a wonderful feeling to use something that you have been saving for a long, long time. Man. All right. So now let's think about the face on this one. What kind of face do I want? I think I may go, we're going to do little eyes. Oh. All right. Let's see. I've got glue stuck to my fingers. I got things stuck to things. Okay. There. All right. All right. So I got the eyes on there. Let's do, I think we'll do a different face. Let's just do the, maybe we'll do a smiling one again. I'm trying not to be scary. Not that I don't mind scary. I'm not going for scary tonight. That's just what we're doing. So I'm going to give her just a little smiling face. Like this. She's laughing. Yeah. There we go. Oh, just a bit much on the glue. All right. We're going to put some cheeks on her. And I think the last one, we're going to do one more after this, and then we're done. I think on the last one, I'm going to do a bubblegum one because I do love them. Ouch. I do love the bubblegums. Try not to squeeze out a whole bunch of glue, and then it, ends up being nothing. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to put her flowers on. I think we're just going to give her one flower right there. There. See? So all of the ghosts will look different. And we're almost done. There, we're going to put her right here. And then I've got room for one more ghost. And then that's it. And then that's it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Exciting times. You guys, welcome in. Hi, Christina. Hi, Isaiah. I saw you. I've been meaning to tell you hello. You guys, thank you for coming in. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher, and my goal is to get on here at night and do a craft. Most crafts will be, for grown-ups, because I'll have hot glue guns and things that can cause harm. But I'll also sometimes be doing crafts for kids that people can do with their kids, grandkids, whatever. I have 2 grandkids, and I teach pre-K, and I've worked with kids for 35 years. So I got ideas. Okay, I got lots of ideas for kids. And let's see. All right, we're doing our last ghost. We're gonna do this one. Now I'm gonna tell you. So I'm just gonna go through the supplies that I used here. First of all, this is a cotton clothesline rope. Do not get the nylon because it will fray and curl up and it will not work. Okay, you want to make sure you get the cotton. Plus, the cotton one I believe is cheaper. Let's be honest. We like to do things cheap. Gosh dang, I burnt that. Burnt my wrist. Ugh. I mean, all right. And then, okay, so you're using the cotton clothesline. I've got jute twine. That's going to be our what we're putting our ghosts on to hang up. And hot glue, of course. Now, another way that would have worked, if you don't want to use hot glue, Definitely tacky glue always works. I love tacky glue. But I was thinking if you do tacky glue, one, the drying time, and two, maybe using like clothespins or something that will hold it together until it dries. Okay, that's another thing, and that's why I prefer a hot glue gun, because you know you get an instant bond. So yeah, and I was going to try. I did try craft glue to put the eyes and stuff on, and for the eyes I just used, it was just paper. Is all that was. I would recommend using cardstock. I did not have cardstock. I left my cardstock at work, so I just used black construction paper for the eyes and the mouth. For the mouth. Hey, sweetie.
Sorry.
What you need?
This.
Oh, okay.
Love you. What you
Love you. We're making ghosts.
Oh.
I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
All right. Love you. They lost my train of thought. Okay, so for the bubble gum we're using beads. The ghosts we're making them with cotton clothesline rope and black paper. I used a hole punch to make the eyes and the mouth with. I had 2 different size hole punches, and beads for the bubble gum, pink paper for the cheeks, and I had little dried flowers. Now you don't have to. You could also use paper for the flowers. I just happen to have those, and I've had them for about 6 months. I think I got them back in spring. I was wanting to do something else with them, and I got them that was not. I thought they were gonna be bigger, but they worked out for this. So doing this, and then with the flowers. I mean, you could use. I mean, I would think even tissue paper. If you wanted to wad up little pieces of tissue paper for flowers, I think that would work just as well too. And for the leaves, I had it was a ribbon that I was using and just cutting the leaves off of it for the little flower crowns on them. And not all of them had flower crowns. Some of them had a single flower. I wanted them all to be different. Oh, okay. And let me see, the black paper, flowers, scissors, of course, hot glue. I think that was it. I think I covered all of it. You know, tweezers to pick up things with. I think I'm gonna leave this one. We're gonna leave this one a Skinny Ghost. And I wanted to make one last bubblegum ghost because I really, really like them. I really, really do. All right. So here you go. Put that on there. Oh, and then I've got 2 eyes. Now the very first one that I did with bubblegum, I did like the eyes closed, and that one was a pain in the butt, I'll be honest. Trying to get I wanted the like little half closed eyes, like she was really enjoying her bubblegum. But trying to get eyes like that small and like little U shapes, that was a pain. So yeah, the rest have their eyes open. I think you could also use for the eyes, if you wanted to, I just not thought of it, black yarn, like if you wanted the, just a little line for the eyes, you could definitely use that. And then just use that for the lines instead of paper. But whatever. It's the last one, so we're good. Oop. Bit much on the glue side, but that's okay. That's okay. And I had this old pair of tweezers. I did have craft tweezers, and I can't find them. And so I've got some. I ordered some, and they're coming. And I'm pretty sure I'll find my other craft tweezers, my old ones, when my new ones get here, because that's how it always goes. Okay? That is how it always goes. You guys, welcome in. My name is Michelle. I am a pre-K teacher. We are finishing up our ghost garland, because I love me some Halloween, and I love the little ghosties that are blowing bubbles. And I'm just going to do one leaf on this. This was the stuff I was using for the leaves. This is just, it was just ribbon. And I've used it, and so I bought it for doing junk journaling and stuff like that. But I have found so many different uses for it. We did Fairy Tale Week a few weeks ago, and I put different lengths of that in our with the castles and things like that for the kids to play with. And let me tell you, they absolutely loved it. They draped it on the castles. They were playing Jack and the Beanstalk with it. So yeah, and I ordered two, and I've used it for so many other different things than what I originally had planned. And that, let's see, and I'm gonna do one just like this. There. All right, so we're on the last one. Ooh, now I just gotta not let it get tangled. Oh, I mean, but you know, it's okay.